God just taught him a lesson straight up. The fear was massive. Even you self gone, you not fear that I'm in the belly of the fish, I don't finish you. Hello everyone, my name is Maggie and this is Maggie in Motion. I'll be sharing things I've learned so far in life. I'm really excited to be sharing this particular one because it's old gist. So my dad taught me that before you tell me anything, like before I ask him for anything, I should always call God, pray to God to meet the need first before I tell it to him. So the point is so that by the time you will be meeting, I'll be telling him God has already made provision for it and everything will just be smooth. You get the point? So I had that thought, like, how do I share this thing with other people? How do I explain this? And of course, I would just generally say, oh, just trust God with your plan and, everything will be smooth. Let him be your plan A and plan B and your only plan. Then today I read from Jonah chapter 2, which just, if you have read Jonah chapter 1, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm just give Jonah got told, go to Nineveh. But Jonah thought that, no, Nineveh, they are too wicked. Let's go to Tarshish. There, go, at least, God, you can liberate those ones now. It's not Nineveh. Like, well, the disobedience, God, sent him to the belly of the fish because of he disobeyed. But amidst this disobedience and this wrong behavior, if you have to look at it, you would have just been like, oh, God is now, is now disappointed in me and I'm no longer worthy of, speaking to him. That's what most people would think, right? But chapter 2, Jonah returned to God and said, oh, my dear God, I am sorry. I'm very sorry for trying to change your plan. Yeah, I've come in repentance. Please help me. Save me from this belly of the fish. And God came through for him. The point is, if you are in a right stand with God and you can't even think of God as your A plan, your sure plan, imagine somebody that even after disobedience, is still thought of God as A plan, like is the only sure way. God is always the sure way. And I wrote this down just, so my dad taught me to pray for every need, even before I ask him. Jonah prayed to God even after disobedience and failure. And in a deep trouble, God heard and rescued him. What if you know that God is the only plan that is sure? Like, what if you know that God is the only plan that is sure? Don't you know? You know. But you just feel like, oh, let's ask that man first. Let's ask that. Like, when something is troubling you, you've never thought that has never been the one sure thought in your mind that, oh, let's run to God first. What you think is, oh, who's the person that can help me? The point is, God should be the person that you run to as your first thought before every other person, because God will help other persons that would, God will talk to other persons to come and help, be of help to you. God will impress on other persons to be of help to you. And then, an extra to the story. Remember that Jonah was trying to help God, right? Oh, God, you should not be Nineveh. Nineveh, they are too wicked. Let's go to Tarshish. Was trying to change God's plan. Are you also trying to change God's plan? I read in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 14 today also, which is really exciting. God just helping me. Let's paraphrase it. Whatever God does is forever. You cannot add or remove from it. He does this so you can fear him. So are you trying to add or change what he is doing? Just like Jonah. God just taught him a lesson straight up. The fear was massive. Even you self gone, you not fear that I'm in the belly of the fish, I don't finish you. Don't try to change what God is trying to do with you. Don't try to manipulate or fine-tune it. Leave God. He knows what he's doing. It's perfect. His plan for you is of good and not of evil, to bring you to an expected end. So why are you troubling yourself? Every time it feels rough, run to your Abba. And he will make everything smooth. He will even encourage you and help everything become smooth. And his plan is sure, right? So I'm just telling you, God's plan is sure. Run to him at every point and he will make ends meet, and don't try to fine-tune his plan for you. God bless.